Alright, YouTube. Here go a chassis right here. Right here's a JB Hunt. So, if you want to see a chassis, the 4 pins, you got a pin right here. Pin right there. You got 2 pins in the back. Now this is a 53 right here. It's not a 40 or 20. But in case you find yourself getting into this type of business with these 53 footers, here go the pins in the back. You want to turn the pins and make sure they work before you grab a chassis if it ain't already on the box. Sometimes those pins be a little rusted out or dry because they ain't oiled them up in a while. You want to make sure they work. So push them in and out, make sure they move. You want to check the lug nuts. Make sure they're not missing or broken off. Check the rim and stuff like that. And kind of do a quick way to test the air pressure in the tires. Give it a little hammer fist. It'll shake. If it's real low, it'll shake like a it'll shake kind of hard, but you can't see it on the camera. But these tires are good. So you check your lights and stuff like that, and you check your inspection over here. It's in there, but I don't feel like taking it out. Right there, behind the landing gear, dolly leg, landing gear arm, and all that stuff. Right on the side, that's like a little capsule. You check that. Sometimes it be in the front, like right here. This was in the front. It said expected 818. So we that one good. Alright, first thing you want to do when you're checking the box, check the box, make sure it's good. Make sure these pins are in and they're not sitting on top. Like look inside of there. Make sure the pin is inside of there. Make sure it's not on top. FHWA sticker should be in the front somewhere, but it's not. Check your emergency electrical service line. Check out the pin. And then you go to the side, you check up, down, all over the place. Then you check the back. You make sure your pin down here is locked in too. Sometimes they be kind of halfway in, halfway out. You want to make sure that's locked all the way in. If it's not, use some brute force. It always work, baby. Always work. Now I will go back there, but it's a little swampy back there. This ain't my box, so I ain't finna try to dance with that if I don't have to. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, if it wasn't in that, what I do is I hook up to it and I pull it forward some onto the dry ground. Then I check my tires to make sure they're not flat. And then I check back down the back, make sure the pin's able to lock. If they're not locked already, make sure they're able to lock. If not, use some brute force. If the brute force don't work, then try to get a flip or get rid of this chassis because it's probably bad. But this is an NSPZ chassis. This is actually a pretty good chassis right here. You see how the auto air, let me see if I can get it. Yeah, you see it? Auto air system on there. You still gotta check that and make sure that works too, because sometimes some things be tripping, man, they don't work. And one day I'll show you, it's a box under there. You can turn it on and turn the auto air on and turn it off under that, with that box up under there, like a little switch. That's a valve under there. And if you look, since I'm down here looking, if you look in the back, you see the slack adjusters back there? So if you ever gotta adjust the brakes on the chassis, these are real easy to adjust. 1 slack adjuster, 2. Right there, that one and that one with the little nuts on the end. Them are real easy to adjust. You don't have to move you don't have to use no screwdriver or nothing, flathead screwdriver or nothing. You just turn to get a ratchet, just turn them. One day I'll break that down. And when you're down, you want to check your hoses and your lines too, make sure they're not dragging on the ground or too low to the ground. They are. Get like some zip ties and zip tie them up there somewhere. But if you ever come to the real yard and you want the boxes already on the chassis, wait here for flips. Somebody hit the sign. But anyway, you want to check the landing gear on both sides, make sure they're not bent or falling over. Make sure that's good. Make sure the arm is here. Make sure that's there and that's working properly, because sometimes it's be jacked up. Make sure the paperwork is in there. 318, that's good. They just did that this year, so it's good. And you do the same thing on this side. If you see right here though, if you look back there, it's a little space between the container and the chassis. That's either on top of the pin or it's kind of on the pin a little bit. But either way it go, you want to check it and make sure it's able to lock. If it's not able to lock, what you can do is you can take that pin right there, pull it out, slide the tendons all the way back. It'll lift up the back of the chassis to get that little spacer right there away. As long as it's not on top of the pin and it's just space right there, you can slide the tendons all the way back to the back. It'll lift up the chassis, close that gap so you have to close the pin. You slide your tendons back forward. That's a little trick you might want to know, especially with older chassis. Especially with older chassis, like this right here is a kind of a newer one. So I don't know why that gap is right there with that. But hey man, sometimes it happens. You want to know how to kind of deal with it, you know. It might not lock on the first try, so you might want to play with it and get it locked. Same thing with the front. A little trick to this front, and I'm gonna end this video. Yeah, I gotta move up, my truck over there. I gotta move up. But anyway, if this is too low and the pin can't go in the hole right here, you can take your fifth wheel, put it right under here don't hook to it, just put it right under here. It'll lift this up and align this with the hole right there to be able to push the pin in. But anyway, all right, YouTube, this is how you kind of get an idea if you ain't doing a lift on a lift off. You gotta come in and get the box already put together, like this one. Already on the chassis. That give you a good idea what to look for, how to take care of that. Hope this video was helpful, guys. See you next video. Peace.